Well, here we are again, Clark, in the tasting bothy.
Hello, Wally. Yeah.
Good, good. Welcome. It's nice to get together. I like the dram that you've chosen tonight. So,
Well, it's one of yours.
what did you choose? It's one of mine. Yes,
It's one of yours. I've chosen it, but it's one of yours.
yes. It was one that I'd given you to taste, and we said we do. In fact, I think I gave you this ages ago, Clark. I don't know
I've
how
had that
long ago
sitting
I gave you this. I've just never got round to it.
I've had it sitting there for yonks, waving at me, saying, "Why are you not drinking me?"
Well, tonight we shall. So this is a 15-year-old
15-year-old
Benromach.
man. Aye.
As you know, this has become my one of my favourite distilleries,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
and I have to be honest and confess I've obviously had the 15-year-old Benromach before. I know what this is like. We've never done it
That's
on the
fine.
tasting bothy before, but
No.
I have tasted it, so I do know what it is. But that's great because I'm quite happy to chat about it.
Aye. Well, tell me something about it then.
It's 40% proof.
Right. Well,
It's
you tell me about
15-year-old.
the cask.
The cask's a sherry cask.
Okay. Excellent. Good. It's 40%. I thought it might have been stronger than that because I had a sneaky wee sniff there a wee while ago, and I got a lot of alcohol kind of vapours off it. I thought, oh boy, this is a strong one, but that's only 40%. There you go.
No,
That's
yes,
somewhat
that's all it is.
surprising, right?
Yeah. So we'll let you have a wee nosy this, Clark. Let's get
Yeah,
a wee beaks into it.
we'll need to do that.
Oh, I just love that. Just fills your nosy.
That's right. It's not strong. It's quite a subtle nose. It's
It is, but it for
obviously
me.
a wee bit of sherry there, obviously, as you said
There
before.
is.
And a wee bit of
For me,
finish up for it, I think.
it's the fruitiness of it, Clark. I find it very fruity. There's that wee bit of sherry in it, but I think it's got that nice fruitiness there. There's always that little bit of kind of hint of smoke that you get with Benromach, which I like as well. You wouldn't think that it was like a Highland malt. You would think this was more
Oh,
kind of West Coasty when you get the
that's it.
nose of it.
You fooled me with that one before.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's got that fresh gooseberry smell to it.
I'm getting the smoke now. I didn't get the smoke much earlier, but I'm getting it now.
Hmm.
I see what you're saying, Kai. There's a kind of gooseberry eye. I see that.
I think it's peaty, fruity. It's got that gooseberry nose to it. I think it's got a crisp nose to it. You certainly
Crisp.
get that wee bit of nose from the
Something
barrel.
very good.
It comes that woodiness to it as well.
I'm see when you say it's got a crisp, I'm thinking well like cheese and onion or smoky bacon or
No, smoky bacon might be okay. No,
aye, it's quite pleasantly.
come on then, let's get a wee taste of this then, because we've had a good nose at that. It's lovely and fresh, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Right, cheers.
Flange.
Cheers. Well, it's certainly smoky anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sweet as well.
Yep. I think the thing that comes across for me is just that woody, charcoaly type flavour to that. It's just you can tell that it's as if the barrel's been a well fired barrel that's giving you
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
crisp kind of smokiness that comes from it. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
it reminds me of when I was a boy and we used to do tatties in the fire. We'd make a fire, we'd be out in the woods as kids, and you'd put your baked potatoes in the fire, and you were left with that crispy
Uh,
skin that had become
uh,
charcoaled and burnt round about it. And it's like that. That's the kind of taste that leaves in your mouth, like you've been eating the skin off a baked potato that's been. I bet there's loads of folk who will listen to this and they'll be thinking to themselves, "Well, I remember when I was a kid and I used to stick them in the embers of the fire like that."
aye.
Get a baked
Aye.
potato.
Aye. This is what you like. This it brings back memories of your boyhood, frying tatties in the fire.
I know, but I think that's the thing. It's those kind of flavours and tastes and whatever
That's
else
right.
that evokes the
Aye.
memory of
That's
something
right.
that's there, and that's why I'm so passionate about, you know, malt whiskies and tasting drams and experimenting with them all because it does. I mean, it's like when you said to me before when you said it's like blowing up a lilo. Now that made me laugh because because I could understand what you meant by that. That I got that kind of vivid picture of,
Rubbery. That's right.
being at the beach trying to blow a lilo up and you get that taste that comes into your mouth,
That's
that
right.
rubbery
Aye.
kind of chemically taste that you get sometimes with drams, that are like that.
That's right.
So
That's right.
yeah, and it's the same. I mean, we've got as you know, we've got a wooden table in the dining room, and every year I rub it down and I clean it and I put linseed oil on it and I redo it, and I get that sometimes you get that same nose and aroma when
Mhm.
you nose that
Mhm.
with a kind of linseedy
Mhm.
note, or if I sometimes use a kind of honey wax on it as well, and it's got that kind of same nose. So all these
It
kind of
has.
provoke all these kind of thoughts in your head, and that, as I
Aye.
said, whiskey has all these kind of things that you didn't get that if you drink a vodka or a Bacardi or even a gin. Sometimes with a gin it's different because you've got the juniper in that, and it depends on the botanicals I've
It's
used.
expensive a bit.
That can have evoke kind of memories as well, but nothing like a dram. Nothing like a
No,
dram.
no. You're
Now,
absolutely right.
you know that now, it's just full of toffee. It's that burnt caramel, creme brulee toffiness to it. You think somebody taking a blowtorch or a creme brulee and then
Ha ha.
it's,
Aye.
man, that's just, this is a 10 out of 10 for me, nose wise. There's a lot more came out now that you've actually tasted it. Prior to that,
Mhm. Yeah.
I've
You
lost all
often
that
get.
fruity nose.
That's right. You often get. Mhm. It's a bra half.
It's not got a very long finish on it, Clark, to be honest. There's a little spiciness there, sits on the tongue. It's nice
And it's not.
sweetness on the tongue,
Mhm.
leaves you with that kind of charcoaly type flavour, but
Mhm.
it doesn't linger. It's not
No,
a long
no,
finish for me.
no.
So I'm going to put some scores down.
Me too. Hmm.
I don't think my score will surprise you.
Well, it's a lovely smooth dram. There's no burn or
No.
anything at all. It's just it is like it's very very easy to drink.
Yeah. Needless to say, it's one of my favourites. This is, I think, the 10-year-old Benromach was the first one I tasted, and then it was Vic Cameron that had sent me a wee miniature down, a Benromach to try, and it was having had that 15-year-old Benromach then that it was like, oh wow, this quite quickly became one of my favourite drams until I had the Benromach 2009, and that was like, just, it blew me away. And now I've got a whole shelf full of Benromachs. We've had most of the contrasts, we've had the triple distilled, we've had most of them. So
Yep, I can back you up. He's telling the truth, folks. He's got a whole shelf of these things.
unfortunately, they're all unopened, the ones that are up there on the shelf. I've made a wee collection of them, and I don't know whether I will open them and drink them at some point, but I'm sure you will encourage me.
If you need encouragement to open these, I'm your man. Absolutely.
I won't need any discouragement.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So, what's your thoughts on it? What's your scores on the door then, Clark? What do you think of this Benromach? You chose it. This is the one you wanted to have tonight.
Right, okay.
What's your thinking?
I've given it a heady 87, which I think's a pretty good score.
Yep. Well, you'll not be surprised that mine's is a 94.
A 94. No, I wouldn't, because you're particularly enthusiastic about your Benromach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's a lovely dram.
Yeah.
It is.
We've got this one that we're going to taste at some point. I've got this blind tasting for you to do, and
I know I'm worried about this.
it's not a Benromach. It's not a Benromach. I can tell you that now before we even get to that stage of it.
It worries me. It doesn't worry me.
I think it's one of.
It's what I'm going to say about it that worries me.
It's one I think that you will score it highly. You will love it.
Okay.
It's a lovely dram.
I will for it. That's a broad dram. It's a lovely dram.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Clark. We'll have a go at another couple of drams coming up. We've got plenty of these wee miniatures that we've shared with each other to get through. I mean, so we need to kind of. This could be a good year for us, 2024. We had a quiet year in 2023. We never got through 100 drams in the year.
Aye.
But there's a good chance we could get through 100 drams this year.
We might, if we're lucky. There's 4 sitting up there from you, and I think I've given you, I don't know, 3 or 4 as well. So that'll keep us going for a wee bit. That'll keep us going for a wee bit.
6.
I gave you 6. Hey, I was planning on giving you another couple. Which
and then we've got these 4 little bottles. Remember the 4 little bottles we've got, Clark? That we bought with Kenny Short. We included them into that, so we'll maybe pull them in here to an evening, and we'll do these 4 drams that we got at my daughter's wedding. So
that's right,
because we've not done them yet, and maybe we should do them in this forum rather than.
They're still sitting in my drawer. I can't believe they're sitting in that drawer. Not been opened.
2 years. They've sat for 2 years. We've never tasted them. There's a Ken Moore in here. I quite fancy the Ken Moore. I've never had a Ken Moore, so there's a couple of nice ones in there that I'd like to try. So, but anyway. So without further ado, that's just come up to that kind of 15-minute slot that we like to kind of stick to. So we'll bid our viewers a fond farewell until we have another evening in the tasting bothy, have another dram, and we will see everybody soon. Thanks very much for liking it, sharing your messages with us on Instagram, all these kind of things. It's nice when we get comments and stuff like that coming back. So tell us what you think of your Benromach, and if you've had this one, if not, great value for money. Benromach, a distillery I'm going to visit this year. I'm definitely taking the caravan up along that northeast coast this year, and I'm going to pick up certainly Benromach. I want to go and visit them. A couple of bottles I'd like to buy for my collection, so I'll try and encourage you to come with me, Clark, when we go.
We'll see. I've got a busy schedule this year, but we'll see what we can do.
Yes, I know. I think we both have. So, but we'll see what we can fit in. So, anyway, fond
All right.
farewell, everybody. Have a great evening. Thanks for
Good
joining
night,
us in the
everybody.
tasting bothy, and we'll catch you later on. Good night.
Night.